Hey there everybody, it's Kirsten. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad that you're viewing this video and I hope you check out my others. My channel name is TwinTalksBallet and I post regularly giving you my tips and advice and just my thoughts on ballet. I dance professionally currently and I got my degree in ballet from the University of Utah, so that's kind of where my perspective is coming from, and I hope you will check out my other videos and hopefully subscribe and tell your friends. So yeah, for today I'm going to finally film a very requested video. Since my sister and I were posting on this channel years ago, I think we made a Yumiko collection video like 6+ years ago, and ever since people have been asking to see my leotard collection again, because as you can imagine, I have sold a few, but I've definitely bought a few. And I dance a lot, so I do have a lot of leotards. Keep in mind, I did not buy these all at once, obviously, and many of them I did buy with my own money, or my sister and I, when we were sharing leotards, like put our funds together and bought some of these, or asked for Christmas or birthday, you know. So I know this is a lot of money, but just keep that in mind. So anyway, the first leotard I'm going to show you is very close to my heart because my dear friend Olivia, who was one of my classmates at the University of Utah, made this. She has a wonderful Etsy store called OllyDesigns. She makes custom leotards and ships them out very fast. Like, it's quite incredible. When I got my leotard from her, she gave it to me the next day in person. So, you know, I did get it a little bit quicker than someone will have to get it in the mail, but she is fast and it's wonderful. This is the leotard I have from her. I am obsessed with it. It's one of the 2 printed leotards I have. It's a boat neck with a really low scoop back. I absolutely love it. It's classy, it's fun, and I get tons of compliments on it. The fabric is extremely soft and it's thin, but it is not sheer. So the thickness of the material, or like lack thereof thickness, makes it super comfortable. And it's it feels like a cross between a nylon and a microfiber, if you're familiar with those in the Yumiko styles. Yes, so I recommend it. It dries very quickly, like it's very sweat wicking, so I very much recommend that you check out her Etsy store. Her leotards are very affordable. This one, for being a custom and getting it to me the next day, was $42, and she's getting some new fabrics this weekend, so I will link her store in the down bar below. It's OllyDesigns, O-L-L-Y Designs, 2 separate words, because if you try and search it on Etsy as one word, it doesn't show up for some reason. So definitely check it out. I'm obsessed. So yeah, shout out to Olivia. I miss you, and I hope that this video brings your leotard business much success. So moving on, I will show you my 2 Eleve leotards. I got these just at the beginning of this year, and it was my first Eleve order, and I really enjoy them. They're a little bit less expensive than Yumiko's, so that's nice. It's got about the same wait time, 6 to 8 weeks. Maybe it's 4 for some orders, I'm not sure. But I kind of got it during like the Christmas rush time, which is not a great time to order leotards. Anyway, so I really enjoy them. This is one of my favorite styles. Well, one of my favorite, as in the only styles I've gotten from Eleve, but as you'll see, I have several other non-Eleve leotards like this. I find this style and this cut is very flattering, and since I know what works for me now, I'm kind of turning into an old person. I'm like, I know what I like, I know what works, so that's all I'm gonna get. Anyway, so as you can see here, this is one of my favorites. I figured if there's a cat print out there, and I love cats, why not go all in? I'm not talking like a little panel of cats. I wanted a full body cat leotard, and I got it, and I have never regretted that once in my life, like, let me tell you. Anyway, same style, hunter green mesh. Love that. I've worn it for some auditions and such. I really enjoy it. I've got the exact same style here in kind of a royal blue and a lavender. These were made by my friend Kirsten, but I'm not sure she sells them anymore. I just really lucked out on having friends that make leotards, to be honest. Now we will get on to the Yumiko portion, which will take up a majority of our time here today. So I'm gonna try and go kind of quickly, and I'll start out by maybe not making such a wise choice and showing you the one dirty leotard here. I wore this morning and I sweat so much, you guys. It was so hot in that room, so it's still a little bit damp, as you can see, but it is one of my absolute favorite leotards. I got it because I just thought, oh, that sounds super cool and I'll just wear it to be fun, and I ended up wearing it to like almost all of my company auditions, and I thought it made me stand out and I felt great in it, and that's what matters, right? So it's in dark blue, long sleeve. I love it because it really makes my arms look even longer, so that is a plus. Because, you know, like, if you're tall, why not make yourself look taller? Like, capitalize on the assets that you have. So, anyway, that's what I've got. It's got a scoop back. It's a Sophie style, dark blue, white trim. Love it. I've got a few more in the Sophie style. This is red velvet, short sleeves. I like just the short sleeves now because I feel like I ordered cap sleeves one other time a few years ago, and I feel like they've gotten a little bit shorter on Yumiko, or maybe my shoulders just got wider, I'm not sure, but for my shoulder width, it just hits me about right there, which is exactly where I want it. It's got the same scoop back, red velvet trim. Love that. This is an old one, but I still wear it and love it. It's a discontinued fabric. It was olive, and I think they might still have espresso. That's what the trim is. I love that. I really wish Yumiko would get more green options back in their color chart because I'm a huge fan of green, and it's kind of easy to find blue but not green leotards. So anyway, this is one of the Tamara leotards. I love this style. It's got a scoop back and a little interesting strap detail right there. There's another strap that goes across your shoulder blades. These are all discontinued colors. I'm sorry, we'll get to some more that are actually available right now, but this is just one of my older leotards I wanted to show you, maybe for inspiration if you find a similar color that you like. My sister was so precious. She got this leotard for me for Christmas one year because she saw on the Point magazine cover Hiseo, one of the principals with ABT, or at that time she was kind of up and coming. She was wearing that leotard on the cover of Point magazine and she got it for me. She just guessed what the colors were. It was so precious. Anyway, this is the exact same one, but it's inside out, sorry. It is in lavender with, I think this is angel or silver trim. Another one of my favorites. I am a fan of the pastels and like the jewel tones. Like, I don't know. I think they're both very nice. Depends on my mood. So anyway, the next two that I'll show you are the Igone style. It's spelled I-G-O-N-E, I believe, but I'm not quite sure how to say it exactly. And this is burgundy with antique trim. It's in the 3/4 sleeves. I really love this one. Again, oh, sorry, for a second I thought my camera wasn't filming. I'm like, I just sat here for 8 minutes. Anyway, that's all right. All is well. 3/4 sleeves, antique rose trim, although it's looking white. There we go, camera. All right. I like this in particular because I could have gotten the leotard, I think it's the Anna, without the seam right under the chest here, princess seam. But I think it's really flattering and nice. It kind of breaks up the monotone fabric. And I did the exact same thing with this crazy leotard that makes me look like a princess, but I love it. I'm not sure if this color is available anymore, but it is jazz with light pink velvet trim. This has come in handy for a few costumes, let me tell you. I wore it one year as Miss Texas, like a beauty queen, a pageant queen, and it was one of my favorite costumes in college. So now I've just got some basic leotards. I got these years ago. This is a discontinued color, sadly, but it's just really basic and classic. They still have the Anna style scoop neck front and back. It's really nice. I got the same color in this one here. It's the Mariki style. I'm not sure if I'm saying that one right either, but it's got the square neck. It's like a tank leotard. Love this one. And in the same style, but different, like kind of a variation, I got this one years ago. It has half sleeves, same square neckline, black trim, white top, black, as you can obviously see. That one's pretty cool. Kind of see-through, but cool. And keep in mind, all of these leotards I personally like to get with the shelf lining and not the full front panel lining. That's just my preference, in case you were wondering. This is the first, or one of the first Yumikos I ever ordered, it has, I think it's called the Natasha, but I might be wrong. No sleeves, turtleneck, snapback, and a keyhole. It's quite nice. I still wear it, although now I just really can't be bothered in life to even button it because it kind of feels like, ugh. Not because it's too tight, but just because I wear leotards for a greater portion of my day compared to back when I got this leotard, and I just don't really feel like having it like that for hours and hours of my life, you know, so to each his own. This is the Charlotte leotard. Also, I got this forever ago, but it's still great. I'm quite impressed with the durability of these leotards because although the seams do pop sometimes when they get older or the elastic in the leg kind of loosens, they're still totally wearable, and I've patched them up sometimes, but really I think I've gotten my money out of them, so that's a good thing to note. This is the charcoal color with a very bright yellow trim. I'm not quite sure what that's called anymore, but 3/4 sleeves, and it's got a huge keyhole in the back. I'm not sure if you'd call that a keyhole. It's just a massive hole. It's kind of cool. This is a leotard my sister and I spent way too much money on. It was kind of one of those things that was a little bit impulsive, a little bit like, ooh, I'm a fan of Yumiko and I must have like the leotard that epitomizes the Yumiko company. So we bought a dip dye one time, and it was quite the ordeal. Like, they were selling out, we had to call on the phone, like it was in the middle of class, and we had to get our mother to call because we were in class. Like, it was a big thing, and we paid so much money it makes me want to cry. This was $160, y'all. And it's one of the black label, like, ooh, special edition, super fancy. So it's darker pink at the top, lighter at the bottom, as you can see, hopefully. And I have to be really careful with it. The sad thing is I can't wash it like normal. I have to just wash it in water basically, and I can't sweat too much in it because it might stain. So now that I dance pretty hard because it is my profession, I can't really wear it to class. However, I've worn it for photo shoots and stuff. So yeah, kind of pretty sad considering I spent so much money on it, but I feel like I should frame it or something. Like, it's pretty nice. It's like a couture leotard, you know? Anyway, so that's the last of the dip dyes I ever bought because my wallet is still crying. This one is the Veronique, which I'm a big fan of. It's got the little hole at the bottom, scoop neck, scoop back. This is in the cactus color with white trim. It feels kind of beachy, I like it. And this is the same style but with cap sleeves. This was before I started ordering short sleeves because I feel like I said earlier, the cap sleeves have kind of gotten shorter as the years go on. I might totally be making this up, so Yumiko company people, like, if you're watching this and I'm totally wrong, please call me out. It's just maybe my shoulders got wider. I'm not sure, but I know patterns can change over the years. So yeah, same thing. This is the Moontide color with dark blue trim. Now I have two Denise leotards, and it's just spaghetti strap, duo fabric, white, and I can't remember this exact color. Might or might not be discontinued, but it's just another blue color. This one I got from the Yumiko New York store via Skype. That's a pretty cool feature. Like, my sister and I wanted a new leotard for auditions, and we're gonna like switch off wearing it because we're excited. And plus, like, any excuse to get a new leotard back in the day was like a great one for us. So we Skyped in, and the nice clerk showed us a few leotards, and we got this one. It's the same style as before, the Denise, all silver, just silver velvet on the top. My only note is that if you have, like, even though I got a medium in this, I don't have a very long torso, but it's just like average size, and I feel like it's a little bit short for that. Like, I feel like if it is supposed to be a medium rather than a small, it should have been a little bit longer to accommodate the average torso length, but that's just me. It's still totally wearable. That's just my 2 cents. In case you were interested in how it fits. By the way, all of these are size medium. Not like that really matters, but I know some of you will ask. This is the Larissa. It's the only Larissa style I have. And I got this at a store somewhere. I was all excited because I had ready to wear stuff. And it's a bright red. I think this was called India with angel trim or something, but I'm not sure if this red is still available. Sorry guys. I'm sure they have a comparable red if it's not. It really came in handy for game days at the University of Utah because our colors were red and white, so you know, go Utes. Not like I'm super into football, but you know, like when the school spirit is high, like I can get into it. This is one of my favorites. It's the Monique. I'll have to look this up. I'm sorry. I used to like speak Yumiko like it was a language, and now since I don't order leotards often, it's kind of, I'm less fluent, I'll be honest. This is in the planet color, which I love because it's like a gray, silvery gray, but it's got a green undertone to it, so it kind of accentuates my eye color. It's green, by the way. And I feel ready for the beach when I wear it. It ties like this, so you get a cute little tie in the back. And if you're wondering, sorry, my legs are falling asleep. I've never had a problem with it coming loose ever. The strings tied together pretty tight, so it's quite nice. And it's got a low back. And I also got white trim for the straps and whatnot. This was a ready to wear on the website like years and years and years ago. It's in the Becky style, royal blue, yellow on top. I think this yellow is discontinued, but it's kind of like a sun color with white trim. It's a funky little leotard. I quite like it. It's super comfortable. Now, let's see. I will go through all of my black leotards, which happen to almost all be Yumiko's. Yeah, I try and avoid wearing black now that I'm out of the student phase. I'm just like, woo, freedom! So I don't wear these that often, but when I have to, they come in handy. This is also the Tamara, just in all black. Obviously, I shouldn't have even mentioned that. This is, shoot, I don't remember the exact style, I'm sorry. But it has kind of like a mock turtleneck collar and a zipper up the front. Maybe it's the Jessica, I think. And a full back, no hole or anything. I really like this. It's kind of like a fierce black leotard. I still wear that one from time to time, actually, when a lot of my colored leotards are dirty. You know, as a last resort. This is the Alex, which I would be interested in ordering more of because this is also one of the most comfortable styles they have. From the front, it looks like a cross, or almost like a tank leotard, but with the straps a little bit closer in, like it's going towards a halter, because the back is super cool. I'm sure y'all have all seen this before, but yeah, it's got like a little almost triangular hole right there, and then your arm just going, it's almost like a racer back. So it goes between your shoulder blades and it feels super nice. This is, again, a Mariki style, classic square front and back. This is the Sophie Ann, you know, I go with what I know and what I love. And it's got half sleeves and velvet trim, so it's like one of my fancier black leotards. This is also the Igon leotard, if that's how you say it. And I love this because it's got black velvet at the top and then just normal, nylon trim. And it's a scoop neck and back. Very classy and whatnot. This is the Noe leotard, just like the dip dye. So it's got, kind of goes up like this, like a halter, and then almost kind of like a turtleneck, and it snaps in the back, and then it's got a hole here. It's really nice. Let's see, what is this one? This is the Windy. It's the only Windy style I have, but it's just cap sleeves, really broad neckline, so it kind of goes just to the shoulders there. And it's got wretched deodorant stains, let me tell you. I have never been able to get those out, but hey, deodorant is better than no deodorant. Am I right? This is another one of the Veronique, and yeah, it's just a nice classic black leotard with a little sassy hole in the back. These last two are not Yumiko's, but I still have them around, almost like souvenirs, because a fun story I have is that years and years ago, when my sister and I were probably like 14 or 15, my family got to go to Madrid, Spain, and it was super cool. And being the little Trinas that we were, we knew that Angel Corella had a dance store there, Corella Dancewear, and they sell leotards, so we were obviously like all about that. And they're kind of different because they're a bit more European in the fact that most of his leotards were French cut, so even narrower in the crotch than this and quite high cut. So even though I've always been a fan of like slightly higher cut leotards, like they're pretty extreme, but we got them anyway. This is burgundy-ish, magenta-ish, with, it's a halter with a nice little pattern on the top and a low scoop back. And this one is a black halter with a snap back and a low cut back as well. So those are all of my leotards. Thanks for sticking with me till the end if you're still watching. Also be sure to check out my friend Olivia at her OllyDesigns Etsy store, and she could whip up a really fantastic leotard for you for a great price and quite quickly. So please do check her out. She's getting more fabric options this weekend, like I said earlier. And let me know what leotards you're into right now. I'm interested to know, not because I need more, just because I'm genuinely interested, like what are the trends in leotards right now, because I've had most of my leotards for years and years and years, and only recently have I gotten a few more. So with that, I will sign out, and I'd like to thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and tell your friends about my channel if you think they'd be interested to watch. I'll see you guys later. Bye. I've been dancing for like 16, 17 years. This is in dark blue, a little darker from the sweat at the top. I'm sorry. And I love it. But really, like, when I don't have to wear black, I don't. So, oh, I just remembered there were two hanging on my door. Those are all of my leotards, all like 50,000 of them. And now my camera is crooked. I apologize there. Whoa.